Apache's Corner, we're going to look at recursion and iteration. A recursive system is one in which each term is determined by one of the previous terms. So we're going to keep looking back. So let's take a look at number one. It says find the first 5 terms of the sequence in which a sub 1, so we have our first term is equal to -3, and then we have a sub n plus 1, meaning the next term, and then there's our expression we're going to use. Okay, so we already have a sub 1 is equal to -3. Now let's do a sub 2, because if n is 1, then the next term is going to be a sub 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4, we're going to take this expression, times a sub n. Now that's going to be the previous term, so that's times -3. And then we can't forget about this minus 2. So a sub 2 is equal to -12 minus 2, which is -14. Okay, now we're going to do the next one, a sub 3. And from there, we're going to use our value that we got on a sub 2. So it's going to be 4 times -14 minus 2. So a sub 3 is equal to -58. Now we're going to keep going, a sub 4. 4 times, and again, we're going to go back to a sub 3, 4 times -58 minus 2. So a sub 4 is equal to -234. Now our last term, a sub 5, we have 4, and again, we're going back, times -234 minus 2 gives us -938. So our final answer, they asked for the first 5 terms. Now we can't forget about our first term, a sub 1. So we have -3, -14, -58, -234, and -938. They are our values. Okay, let's look at the next one. Now, the next one gets a little bit more involved because, again, we're still finding the first 5 terms, but we have our a sub 1 again, which I'm going to pull out. And we also have a sub n plus 1, but now we're going to go back and we're going to use not only a sub n, our previous term, but we're going to use our value for n as well. So let's take a look at how this works. So I have a sub 2. So similar to what we did last time, is going to be 3 times our previous value, which is 6, minus, now n is, what is the value of n? Well, in this particular expression, it's going to be 1, right? Because a sub n plus 1 gives us 2. So in that case, the n value is 1. So this gives us 17. Now, kind of the same thing that we did in the last one. A sub 3 is going to give us 3 times 17. And this time our n value is minus 2. So that gives us 49. As we keep going, a sub 4 is equal to 3 times 49 minus, now we're going to work with 3. And then that gives us -144. And our last value, a sub 5, is going to be equal to 3 times 144. Sorry, that's not supposed to be negative, just a positive 144. 3 times 144 minus 4, which gives us 428. Okay, so our first 5 terms are going to be 6, 17, 49, 144, and 428. All right, let's look at our next one. Again, still kind of building. As we can see, first 5 terms. This time they give us a sub 1 is equal to 7 and a sub 2 is equal to 10. So they've given us the first 2 terms. We only need to find 3 more. If you look at our expression that we're going to be working with, we have a lot of different things going on. So let's see how it goes. So when I start with a sub 3, my n value there would be 1. So it's going to be 2 times my a sub n is going to be a sub 1. I'm going to multiply that by 7 plus my a sub n plus 1, which would really be a sub 2 plus 10. So that gives me 24. So this time we're going back and we're using 2 different terms. So a sub 4 is going to be 2 times a sub n. We're going to go 2 terms back, and now we're going to look at this 10 plus a sub n plus 1 is going to give me my 24. So a sub 4 is going to be 44. My a sub 5 is going to equal to 2. And again, I'm going back 2 now. So 2 times 24 plus 44. So our a sub 5 is equal to 92. Okay, so in this case, our 5 terms are 7, 10, 24, 44, and 92. Okay? All right, now let's move on. We're going to work with the iteration, which has the basic same idea, but how you write it is going to look a little different. So we're going to use, it's the process of repeatedly, again, going back and using what we did before, composing with a function within itself. Okay, the difference is it's going to be in function form, and also we're starting with x sub 0. Okay, so the first iterate is f of x sub 0. The second, we're going to go the function of f of x sub 0, and so on. Okay, so let's see what we have. Find the first three, x1, 2, and 3. And they give us of a function, and they give us, again, an expression. So this x sub 0 is equal to 2. We're going to need that, but that's not going to be included in our first three because they tell us right from the bat that they want x sub 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so remember x sub 1, like we said, is f of x sub 0. So our x sub 0 has a value of 2. So we're going to take 5 times 2 plus 4. So x sub 1 is equal to 14. Okay. Now, again, we're going to do similar. Now we're going to find x sub 2, which is going to be the function of f of x sub 1. So again, the same idea. We're going to take 5 times 14 plus 4, and we get 74. All right, we're going to keep going. X sub 3 is going to be the function of x sub 2. So I get f of 5 times 74 plus 4 gives us 374. So our first three iterates are going to be 14, 74, and 374. Okay, that's it for today. You have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by.